Hello guys, and welcome back to CK2, a Game of Thrones, and our playthrough as House Martell. We were playing as Prince Doran the Wise, and in the last episode, our war went on because, as you know, if you've watched the series, we've joined Renly in his attempt to take the Iron Throne in the War of Five Kings, and that was mainly because he seemed like the best option at the time. It really felt like we needed to support him, and we did. We didn't want to go with Joffrey, and the North was already broken apart, and the Targaryens weren't invading, so we went with Renly. And we're almost winning the war, so that's good. But Daenerys has her own problems in the East. So she's fighting that war against the alliance of the slave nations, I guess, basically. Yunkai, Menteris, Volantis, Nugis, Karth, all of those guys. And she's married in Ironwood, Archibald the Big Man. So she's no longer widowed. She can now have kids. House Targaryen might be able to live on because she's obviously the last member, especially since Aegon of Westeros lost in his invasion. But yeah, right now, we're in command of this 15,000 men. This was Oberyn in charge. And they have about 11,000 here, which I'd like to pursue. So let's send the men to Cracklaw Baron, because there's no way getting around that. Oh, and there they are. They're closer than I thought they would be. So Crown Keep, actually. And we can catch them in Brindlewood. There's no defensive modifiers there, and we know their men are routed, so they won't be able to come in. Extra 1,400 allied troops is not much, but it's enough. So we'll charge into battle. And we'll get there one day after them on the 8th of the second moon. Here in the south, Renly's engaged the Goldshire and Sunderland forces, I guess, in Adadale. So good, he's won that battle. Nice. Oh, and they have doubled back, and they're moving to Maidenpool now. Okay. Tyrion has declared his retaliation against Iron King Balon. Okay, so he's restarted the war his father had against the Iron Isles. And Jon Snow has declared the war for the Dawn on the White Walkers. Okay. So I guess the other guy who was here lost his war for the Dawn, and Jon Snow is going to try his luck. Ooh, the deep down strong song Torrent Square Driftwood Hall 1,000 men are going to get destroyed before we even arrive. Well, we actually did reinforce them, just barely. And that'll help us a bit because their morale was a little lower. Their flank is broken. That flank's still holding strong. Their center will break soon, though. Ooh. We've broken their center and their flank. They got our center. Bit of a closer battle than we might have wanted, but we won the Battle of Marble Lake, so that's pretty good. And 93%, not quite enough. Yeah, battle modifier isn't maxed, so... Yeah, none of the nearby land is poorly defended, really. But I mean, I guess with this 12k stack, I can just go to, like, Cracklaw Baron. Yeah, that's easy enough. So that's where I'll march my men. Renly has his 9.5. Maybe I should go closer to Renly, actually. I don't want him to be caught out by the other routed troops, because I think Joffrey still had about 10k routed or something. And now he'll have these guys running away. So let's go back to King's Landing. We'll siege something a little closer to the Stormlands. Maybe Hayford or something. Something just in this area. Bramsford and Hayford wouldn't be terrible options. Oh. Yeah, we'll command them to Hayford. Just the other day, skulking as I often do, I caught Lady Jane of the Prince's Pass and my courtier Joss in flagrant. They didn't notice me, but I am still in shock. He's a married man, by the mother. So Sir Joss Hood and Lady Jane Fowler. Okay. Would I expose them? I don't think he would. I don't think Doran would expose them at all. He'd either blackmail her or just keep it quiet until he might need that secret, you know? But this is just kind of forget. I don't get any option from that, so that's a little lame. But I don't really want to antagonize any of my lords right now. So I'll forgive and forget. I'll just ignore it. Let's keep problems in Dorne at a minimum while we're up north. Okay, the siege at Greensward's going decently. And I was still paused. Fantastic. Still waiting to appoint that new Castellan by the end of the war. And there's his routed men. They are gathering together, and they are about 12,000 together. So yeah, I do need to get to Renly to make sure he doesn't get caught by those guys. Because that does seem to be what they're doing. They're trying to charge him. Okay, but I have caught 6,500. That's good. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. They're all going to King's Landing. If I move to Hayford now, I wouldn't catch anyone. Okay, but let's still head there and maybe attack the men in King's Landing. He's gotten some on ships. I need Renly to join, that's the thing. I'd rather go around here, avoid them entirely, and try to get to Renly. Let him take the Red Keep and all the Myrish provinces, because that'll just let us take them instead of, you know, Myr. So that's good. And we'll siege Dalston Keep because it's nearby. Keep our troops near Renly's. Not engage him directly. There we go. We're suffering supply issues, but we should be fine. There we go. He's really not going to assault that. Illyria has usurped the city of Hull. Ooh, so he's gotten a bit of land in Driftmark, so he must have won his war against Stannis, I guess. Who is also at war with Myr on a slave raid. He's going to lose that. Joffrey's helping him defend it, though. How nice. How nice of Joffrey. Shireen has gotten married to Sir Omer Blackberry. And she has had a son, Doran Baratheon, so House Baratheon lives on. The true line of House Baratheon lives on, that is. And of course it could live on with Renly. Marjorie's not pregnant, she's in hiding. Damn. Renly's got some more men joining him. Old Castle Atranta, Bywater, Deddington. I don't know why they're there. Are they joining in another similar war? Where are any of these guys? Bywater was one of the... Who's there? Yeah, Bywater. That's you. Oh, it's all of them defending against the slave raid on the Stormlands from the Tyroshi. Okay, so Renly's got himself more men like that. Good. Good for him. Dalston Keep has fallen, and I'll just assault that, and that's 100%, because he hasn't actually taken the Red Keep. So he might retake it soon. Oh. Looks like he retook the Red Keep, and, he took King Robert's Warhammer from himself, I think? To Faring Cross. Oh, no, Renly's going there. We'll go to Langward Hall. Just kind of follow him. If I engage them now, would Renly join? I sure hope so, because I'm going to attack them. This is the battle that'll seal the war. Come on, Renly. Don't let me down. And we've actually... We've charged them pretty well. Our men leading the sides are pretty good. Yeah, sorry about that. Balon has had Iron Victory added to his treasury. I think that's a new boat. It is. Fine set of armor. And Renly's... Oh, he is... Some men are coming to King's Landing, but that's not Renly. So he's actually not joining, but we're going to win the battle by ourselves. That's That's Dane. Ugh, Edric Dane. Damn traitor. In the chaos surrounding the Battle of King's Landing, my men cornered Morton, who was flailing miserably with his flail. I am told the poor man sold himself as death came to claim him. Okay, he got killed against the forces of Obara Martell, just a random knight, I guess. He wasn't even a knight, just a man fighting for Jonas Pryor, courtier of his. Good riddance. We have tidings from King's Landing, where Prince Oberyn and Lord Rickard met his enemies in a duel. They fought each other fiercely, but Oberyn prevailed in the end, forcing Lord Rickard to yield and handing him over to you as prisoner. So he's beaten Rickard Karstark in single combat, captured him, and sent him to Sunspear. Very good, brother. He's a fine prisoner to take. So Randall Tarley's center did eventually break, but our flanks had so many men compared to the center. He's complaining about his dark cell. Yeah, we'll keep him under house arrest. I could see Durand doing that. I think he trusts his men near him in Dorne to keep him well contained. In the chaos surrounding the Battle of King's Landing, my men cornered Bartimus. And seems one of Rickard's men died against the forces of Oberyn Martell. Okay. Who was flailing miserably with a spear. I'm told the poor man soiled. Yeah, he also soiled himself. Okay, not very brave. Balon has Foam Drinker. Yeah, those are the two men who died in that battle. The Battle of the Dragon Gate. And that should be the end of the war. Aegon III's crown. Ooh, did I capture that? I captured Aegon III's crown by taking the Red Keep. Let's have a look at that. We obviously have the crown of Dorne, but now we have King Aegon III, the Dragonbane's crown. That's pretty cool. I like that. We'll take the Dragon Gate. Joffrey's now known as the Tickler because he's a torturer. Fantastic. Tommen has been captured by Mace. Was this in this assault? Maybe Randall Tarley's men caught him. I think so. And that'll definitely end the war. Now that we have his heir. Joffrey's managed to get into hiding, but yeah, there it is. Joffrey Waters accepted King Renly of the Iron Throne's peace offer, so he's been officially made a bastard of Jaime Lannister and Cersei Lannister because he's lost. Renly Baratheon has won the War of the Five Kings. And he's taken his whole treasury, so you'd imagine. Treasury that he's rightfully due as the king, you'd think. But let's see if Renly can keep the realm in peace. I hope not, because that'll help the Targaryens, but it doesn't look like Dany's quite ready to come back home. She's fighting a big war right now. A lot of stuff here, a lot of skulls. So yeah, Joffrey is imprisoned by Renly. He still has the Fire Sword and Widow's Wail, the Valyrian Steel Sword. Interesting. He should die, though, now. He was actually friends with Balon Swan. That's a weird friendship. Cersei has fled to Greyshield. She is married to Lancel Lannister, her cousin, who she always seems to marry. Myrcella is nowhere. I don't even educate her anymore. She's gone to Fang Tower to live with... Oh, she's my rival, I guess, because I killed her father. Little Miranda Clegane. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't really care. Mr. Stannis, where's Myrcella? Come on. There he is. And Tommen has also gone to Fang Tower. They've all fled to Fang Tower, to the Cleganes. Okay. Nice. He's usurped the High Lordship of the Red Watch from Julian Swan, obviously one of the few Stormlords to not back Renly, and it seems Renly's taken his title. And Joffrey was immediately beheaded by King Renly Baratheon. Wow. And I assume Tommen gets Widow's Wail. He does. Torgon Flint is rebelling in a war of independence. Edmure Tully's declared a war of independence. The North is no longer independent. But the Iron Isles are independent, and now the Riverlands are trying to claim independence as well. Because they backed Joffrey against Renly. They don't have the men to fight that, though. And Miranda Clegane has been imprisoned by King Renly. Good. Send my men down now to Will. Because I don't think I have a fleet at all, so I need to get them back in Dorne. At least while we're not a part of the Iron Throne. There we go. That should help. No, I've just joined him in a defensive war against Tyrosh. Ah. The Tyroshi are over there. But I'll let it stay because I really want to get those pirates off my land first. And I think I want to put my men down as well. Excellent news, though. We have a lot of gold. We could use a new Castellan, so we might send Oberyn back home to take over that position. But actually, Perwyn Gargalin's quite good. So let's give Perwyn a Salt Shore. The position. I think his father just recently died. Yeah, that's why he's here. Good. He can oversee the realm. So we've gotten that position filled. That's nice. And they're fleeing. Doria's Sand needs a focus. She's only good at martial, so that is what she will learn. And you need a guardian. That will naturally be Oberyn. A lot of sand snakes, and I don't really know who to marry them off to. Obara married, the heir of the Great Desert. That's a pretty good marriage. Nymeria is not married, and I don't know that I'm going to marry her off to anyone. Tyene, maybe? I guess one of them could marry Robert Arryn. That would be a pretty good alliance. Maybe Doria, the 12-year-old. Yeah, actually, that could be quite good for me. Robert Arryn would marry her. And it would give us an alliance with the Vale. Yeah, we'll send little Doria Sand, they're the same age. And he'll do it. Very nice. So, Robert Arryn, the young falcon, is going to be a little ally of ours. Harold Arryn, meanwhile, has his kids. So, House Arryn is secure. He's married to Jacene. And, naturally, he has a lover. Now, why won't you betroth anyone? Oh, you will? Okay. That's good, because one of you did say you wanted an alliance with the Starks. So, well, here we go. It seems we can marry one of the Sand Snakes to Bran. So we'll have a Sand Snake in the north, and a Sand Snake in the Vale. That's pretty cool. Yeah, and that'll give us alliance with both of them. And, I mean, we can't get an alliance with House Targaryen yet, obviously. Because it's only Dany. But, ooh, she's pregnant. That is very good news. The big man has gout, though. He did have that last episode. But she is pregnant, so there will be a Targaryen child in the future. Right now, though, she's not really winning the war. She needs to use that dragon to win it. So hopefully the AI can figure it out. He won't make an alliance. Will you make an alliance? No, but we have non-aggression pacts that can be improved at some point. So that's good news. In fact, I will send... no, it's probably best he keeps performing the statecraft. Trying to repair my reputation. Maybe my son would be better than Lord Corgal, though. I'll let the old man die. He's 56. Your Master-at-Arms, Lord Harmon, has come to you with a suggestion. My prince, it is my opinion that Sir Andrew Dalt would make an excellent military commander. I suggest we make use of his talents for the good of the realm. Very well. He will be made a commander. Oh, Renly's gonna crush the Tyroshi. And they've come back to Will. For an inexplicable reason. They think they can raid me twice. And they're going to Ironwood. These guys are insistent. My prince, I've spent the past months trying to improve your good reputation. I have sent many ravens and met with more notable nobles of the realm. And have successfully managed to squash certain rumors about your person, I think. Yours, Lord Quentin Corgal. Excellent work, Lord Quentin. Jesus. I have lost the known murderer debuff, and I've gotten rid of dishonorable. So very good from actually the old man of Sandstone. Getting that done. And now you can improve relations with the Vale. Very nice. Just as we were mentioning it. Because Robert Arryn is much closer to forming an alliance than the Starks. They're finally leaving. Arryn Dalt needs to get married. He is the heir to Lemonwood. Marry as you please. Where are you going? Get out of here. Alright, they're gone. All levies back, and we can start repairing, I guess, a lot of the losses we had from this war. Because our manpower is decimated. We can only raise 5,000 men right now. Your reports from Sunspear that his charity work, that Simon's charity work on your behalf is proceeding well. Your Septon reports, I think it's supposed to say. The poor have been fed, and your pious standing has improved. We can still do much good. Very nice. Oh, and House Redwine has actually gone ahead and gone to siege Tyrosh, since they're at war with the king. Renly's got a little work to do, though. He's not actually taken the fight to the Riverlands yet at all, because everyone's focusing on beating Tyrosh. So maybe Edmure can get that independence if he just holds on long enough. He's got his little crown. His daughter, Princess Roslyn, is ugly. He married the other Frey anyways. He married Amory Frey, despite Robb having married Roslyn, who remarried Harren Karstark. Okay. And where's Jane Westerling in the middle of this? Did she have a bastard child, perhaps? No, she never did. Huh. We can still do much good. Okay, the Septon's, I guess, doing wonders for me. I really need to get working on getting a fleet here. So let's start building a shipyard, maybe? A small shipyard gives me 25 galleys for 300 gold. Castle shipyard gives me 10. Okay, so we'll save up for the small shipyard, which we'll have in a bit, because that gives me enough galleys. And then we'll try to work for a castle shipyard. Because all of Dorne not having ships is... It's not really the best. And Tommen has been executed as well now by Renly. A couple days later, it seems. Myrcella is free. She's married Sebastian Errol, the Lord of Wendwater. So she is seemingly allowed to be alive and has inherited Widow's Wail. So they will still keep a Valyrian sword, that bastard line. My liege, I believe that one of your vassals can be discouraged from associating with conspirational factions if the proper leverage is obtained. How do you wish to proceed? Who is this? Andre Dalt. No. Leave Dalt alone. He'll be fine. Yeah, he's not in anything against me. Lady Lara sent me a very skillfully written letter to explain her ardent wish to maintain a good relationship between two honorable rulers such as we are. Sounds reasonable. She is my vassal after all. I'm not going to antagonize her. Tyrion's become a drunk. If he wasn't before, I guess. He's got cancer. And his little kid, Tyland. Oh, he's not a dwarf. He has a son. He's not a dwarf and is the heir to the Westerlands. Interesting. Because he married a Siloroyce, who's not a dwarf either. Someone's going north, it seems. Maybe to fight Breakstones? No. No one's joined beside the king. Oh. Okay. That's interesting, because we didn't get full revenges, Duran. So I guess Ariane's gonna have to carry the torch now. And it will change up how we play a bit. As per law and customs, 251 of your father's wealth has been divided between one of your kinsmen as their inheritance. Your brother Trystane is one of the beneficiaries. Oh yes, because Quentin's dead. Makes sense. The Iron Throne... Wait, how come I only have 52? How much did you get, Quentin? He got all the money! It looks like my father left all the money to his only living son and gave me none of the gold. Okay. Oh, here we go. Your father, Prince Duran, has died, and now it falls to you to decide whether to make the funeral a big and special event or just keep it small and private. Would she make it a big event? I think so. She's pregnant right now. But I think Ariane's the kind to have a party. Don't really know that much about her from the books, obviously. But yes, I think. And we will invite... We don't have money for the vassals and all the court. So I guess all the court of Sunspear will have to hold tribute, because we're not starting off bankrupt. I don't think Ariane's that irresponsible to immediately bankrupt Dorne. So yeah, all the court of Sunspear shall attend. He has taken his last breath at age 56, died of complications related to gout. Just and true, Duran was a knight of great virtue, may forever be held up as an example of a chivalrous warrior of the Seven. Princess Ariane, blessed with an abundance of friends, Ariane is likely to find strong support for her rule. Long live Princess Ariane. So be it. And, yeah, the Iron Throne's in an ongoing state of war, and will of course join Renly. Will defend the liege. Play the card my father was playing. So, let's have a look at our situation a bit. We are an intricate web weaver, attractive. We are pregnant right now. We are a master seductress, so maybe that'll come into play. Proud, brave, deceitful, lustful, and ambitious. Now, we don't actually have any lovers. So, naturally, I think the focus is going to be on seduction as a master seductress. Maybe our first focus should be on our husband. Mark Mullendor does like me quite a bit. So, it wouldn't be too hard to make him my lover. Then we could maybe get some on the side? Yeah, maybe. I mean, we are a master seductress and lustful, so that's possible as well. But let's seduce Mark Mullendor for now. We have 2 kids. Our eldest daughter, Deliria Martell, the heir to Dorne. She is attractive, and she will rule one day. And my lean Martell, born looking a little more Reachman, Deliria more Dornish. She has no special traits. Okay. Brother Tristain's still alive, and we need a council, of course. First, let's set our crown focus in Sunspear. Castellan will let Lord Perwyn Gargalan keep the position. Unless we want to give our... no. You know what? I'll keep Oberyn... Ooh. See, I was thinking of making Oberyn Spymaster, but I think Nymeria Sand, my cousin, would be a better, more appropriate pick. Harmon is still a really good Master-at-Arms. Treasurer Elise Ladybright is quite good. She can collect some taxes. Maester, we don't have one. Okay, interesting. We are uncrowned, but we're not independent. So maybe that'll end once we are back. Oh, can we organize a coronation ceremony, actually? I guess Dorne has to be coronated at some point. Huh. We do have the crown of Dorne. Okay. Arendal's pretty decent. Elia is alright. Garibald's alright, and my husband is probably the best. So Mark Mullendor can be my bodyguard, and Arendalt. King's Justice, or Queen's Justice in this case. My kinsman Manfrey could be a decent choice, or Arendalt. I will go with Manfrey. Yeah, like my family there. And Edric Dane, we'll make him a commander despite his treason. All is forgiven in Dorne. Mark Mullendor, the commander. Elia Martell. You know, the Dornish, we don't hold any grudges. We don't really care if we're slighted too badly. We just kind of let things go a bit, you know? We don't hold on to, you know, terrible events for a long time. That's just how they do things in Dorne. Not a lot of support, huh? I guess you can build a spy network as well here. That should help. Take that. And we need an ambition, which I suppose could be to have a son since I'm pregnant right now. We'll see if that happens. And, yeah, I think we're ready now. Is Tristain got a child? No. I shall bring all my seduction skills to bear on Prince Mark until I have him wrapped around my finger. He will be mine. At first the signs were small, easily dismissed as coincidences, but now they are becoming too freaking to be ignored. The omens surrounding my pregnancy are terrible. I am surely cursed. That is very unfortunate. A bad omen for my child, it seems. Ooh, and I had an aborted child. Interesting. I didn't know Arianne did this. Wow. Invitations have been sent to the lords and ladies of the realm to come to the funeral. It's time to prepare the feast and the funeral itself. The guests will arrive soon. Best get on with it. And it seems I am in the late stages of pregnancy, and so my uncle Oberyn, who is the regent, will take over for now. Which is pretty fitting. The best part about preparing a feast is deciding what foodstuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar, and duck, spices, wine and ale, honey for the desserts, cheese, and perhaps even a swan or a peacock. We will spend enough on food to satisfy everyone's hunger, but, you know, that's already debt for us. Still need to save up now for a maester and that shipyard, because all our money went to our brother. Damn it, Trystane. And I don't know who to give Gaston Grey to, because right now I'm thinking between Trystane and his line from the Ironwood Girl. They could hold Gaston Grey because it's a really minor island. I wouldn't mind giving it to him. Is this part of Sunspear, by the way? No, it doesn't have any High Lordship, okay. Or I could give it, of course, to Oberyn, because he's got a long little line, but they're all bastards. That would be the thing, and I don't think she's having a trueborn at this point. So it'd probably just go back to me. Which I guess I could hand give it to one of the Sand Snakes, or let them inherit or something. But then inheritance would get a little complicated. I don't know. If you guys have any ideas who you think should have Gaston Grey, you know, let me know in the comments. He has formed an alliance with Simon of Spotswood. Okay, Santagar and Shells. And okay, so there's my maester. He died similar time to my father. All the guests have arrived at Sunspear, and it is now time to start the feasting to celebrate the life of Prince Doran Martell. Let the feasting commence. Okay, we're out of debt. Lord Harmon spoke up and told everyone how great the food at my feast was. I was really glad someone was kind enough to say something nice about the food, given how hard I had worked to ensure that food was the best part of the feast. That was well spoken. Thank you. Yeah, indeed. Let's see. Okay, she has given birth, and it's a daughter, Princess Rhaelynor Targaryen. Wow, she's awesome. She's a giant and attractive. Interesting. Rhaelynor, that's a really weird name, even for a Targaryen. Maybe she's the princess that was promised, who knows? If Dany doesn't have another kid, she would be the heir to the Targaryen line, of course. We'll see. She's become cruel and ruthless. That's not become, you know, the Game of Thrones show. As the feast begins, Lord Perwyn Gargolin presented a petition before the court. He says that crime and banditry in Saltshore is an increasing threat and that the local sheriffs cannot contain the problem. He petitions that you send men and coin to eradicate the menace plague in the area. I don't have much money, but I will send Lord Harmon to deal with it. Good work. He has cleared it out. Summer is nearly at an end, and so autumn. And the harvest is upon us. The feasting shall celebrate this time with food from throughout Dorne, including boar, goose and berries, salmon, and lobster brought to Sunspear. As part of this, you must decide now how much of the harvest is set aside for the winter. The usual reserves, because we're low on money. Jesus, yeah. You're really... Fact. I'm gonna take a bank. I'm gonna take a bank. Oh. Sorry, again. I think I might take a loan from the Iron Bank of Bravos and just take the interest rate because I don't want to be in debt, so let's do that. As the Silent Sisters finish the preparations of the deceased, the body of Prince Doran is brought to the local sept and laid atop the altar at its center. Canopic jars of ornate design are placed at the feet of the dead, and the eldest child places the death stones upon the closed eyes of the deceased. One by one, those closest to the departed in life make their way into the sept and speak their goodbyes, shed their mournful tears, and pray to the seven for the dead. As the day winds down and the last goodbye is said, the body is carried by kin along the crowned-lined streets to its final resting place as the sun fades away. A great feast is held, and those who knew the dead recount stories of their life and deeds of the lost, and so it is done. Okay. Died of complications related to gout and was unyielding in his devotion to their vows. Not much support on this front. I'm surprised. It seems people like Tyrion more than I thought they would. We might have to cancel that little plot on Tyrion because obviously he didn't really do anything. It was Tywin and we're just kind of passing on the guilt of it. So fine, I'll cancel it, especially since no one supports me. I mean, I guess they're all dead, the main conspirators. Amory Lorch we killed, Gregor Clegane we killed. So we got those two main guys. Look at him. That guy died. We got Clegane. That one publicly, everyone knows it was us. And Tywin just kind of died by himself. He escaped our wrath. Coward. Let's send for a maester from the Citadel now that we have some money, thanks to that loan. My princess, I've collected ample tax revenue in Sunspear. The money should reach you together with this letter. Excellent news, and we have a new Maester, Maester Andrew of Vailment. Okay. Actually, how's the War Marine going? We didn't actually check the score. Ah, Danny's almost won. Good. We've beaten the Tyroshi. So now everyone should start focusing on the Riverlands War. And Tyrion Lannister has died of cancer at age 32. He had only one son, and that's Tylan Lannister, who's the new Lord Paramount of the West. Kevin Lannister's the heir, and the regency is held by Daemon Marbrand, so I guess we didn't even have to kill Tyrion, he just kind of died. And they have a 3-year-old in charge of the West, but it's pretty much Daemon Marbrand in charge. And that's ended his war with Balon Greyjoy. Our regency has ended. We've joined that war. So I gave birth? Presumably? No, it's just gone through that final month stage, I think. But not given birth? That's odd. I managed to chance upon Mark alone in the kitchen when he came down for his usual late snack. We've talked and laughed for hours, and I can tell the attraction is growing. Hoping I've read him correctly, I lean in to whisper in his ear. And we have this option available because we are the Master Seductress, so we'll brush my lips against his ear and breathe out softly, using an unfailing trick of seduction. I sure know how to cajole men. Mark and I spent the night making sweet, passionate love in our bed. In the morning, we woke up in a state of bliss. Let our love grow, so he will become a lover, and we might consider taking more. Ah, okay, so we have given birth, and it's a son, Gareth Martell, our first son. I guess named after my husband's line? No, there's no Gareth Mullendor anywhere. It's just a random name. Okay. And on this note, we'll end this episode here because it's already gone a bit over time. But, yeah. We won the war. Renly is on the Iron Throne. He doesn't have his line directly secure, though. Stannis is still his heir. And Shireen has 2 kids now. Okay. Joffrey and Tommen are dead. And now we are squashing Edmure's pathetic attempt at a rebellion. He's lost everything. I think every Lord of the Riverlands has actually rebelled against him. Except the Freys and the Malisters. That's really bizarre that the Freys have kept that loyal, I guess because he did marry one of their own. Yeah. Well, his little independence thing is going to be beaten, though, with all these troops there. We're almost allied to... No, I guess now we're not. We need to form... Oh, we can't, because the Sand Snakes are our cousins. So we no longer are allied to the Vale or the North anymore. Yeah, but we do have Sand Snakes in both those lands. I guess we could break one of those betrothals and maybe marry one of my kids to them, one of my daughters, but they would be really close to the line of succession. Yeah, sorry once more, guys, but I was just about to sign off anyways, so... I don't remember what train of thought I was on, but I'm sure it was very unimportant to the large scale of things. Yeah, we will continue this in the next episode. We'll probably finish off Edmure and get playing as Arianne, because we haven't really played as her much. We have a new ambition to pick, so yeah. We'll see what we do. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, do like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.